there's a new Chewbacca bandolier strap. Fits over your shoulder for play and holds 10 action figures securely. Like new Princess Leia Organic and Breeze, each sold separately. It even has pouches.
New C-3PO collector's case Chewbacca bandolier strap.
Hey, it's me again. Because like I said, we got a bunch of big deals to talk about last night and into the morning. But before we do, as always, I just want to ask you to please do me a favor, hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything and it's super easy and it really helps me out. Also, I am 4 subscribers away from hitting 100. I wanted to get there by Labor Day. And at that time, I was at 74. I am now at 96, and you guys are amazing for getting me this far so far. So I just need 4 more. So you know what? I know that YouTube doesn't do anything for 100 subscribers, but it would mean a lot to me. And I really, really hope you can get me there. So please hit that subscribe button. And share this video, hit the bell notification, help me out with the algorithm so that, the YouTube algorithm knows that I'm alive. That would be great. So as much as I did a video already about the announcement of the Hulk, the seamless body, medical grade silicone Incredible Hulk figure that's coming from Spider-Man No Way Home, and it's a big deal. And as much as I did a video about the Punisher figure that's going to be released from Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is also an epic, it's so well done. It's such a great Punisher figure. I can't wait because I'm getting it. As much as those 2 figures so far have been really, really great, and they were out of nowhere last night, and I'm really thrilled about them. This one blew me away. Why? Because we weren't 100% sure they were even ever going to do it. It's just one of those figures that you don't see them doing it, because you're thinking in your mind, that's going to be huge. It's too big. What are they going to do with that? It's going to be massive. And and then what it was a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw an announcement for that Prime 1 statue, that massive statue worth more than $10,000 US after shipping. Obviously, I'm not getting that. That said, I am going to get this. Hot Toys is doing the Alien Queen from Aliens. Let me say that again. Hot Toys is doing the Alien Queen from Aliens. I had a sneaking suspicion that they would do it. I thought they might, because as I said, as we know, it's the 40th anniversary of Aliens this year. I mean, I don't know how to emphasize how much I love Alien, the first film, and how much I love Aliens, the second film. These movies were like repeat watches for me in the 80s. I have VHSs, both of these, and I watched them until they didn't work anymore. So then I got Blu-ray, or then I got DVDs, and then I got Blu-rays, then I got 4K. Like these movies are, I love these movies. I never thought that they would do an Alien Queen just because of the size. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I thought, well, wait, they did a do-back. And you've seen my video. If you've seen my video about my do-back, when I got the do-back the do-back when it arrived, and I did sort of an unboxing of it, that thing is massive. That is the size of your pet. If you have a medium-sized dog, it's big. And then so I made myself believe, you know what? If they can make that, they can do an Alien Queen. It'll be a lot more intricate. Clearly, there'll be a lot more There'll be a lot more fine detail, as we see here, but they can do it. I didn't mean that I absolutely believe that they would do it, but I am thrilled to say I was wrong. Actually, no, I was right, because I did say they would do one. I felt it in my bones that they were going to do an Alien Queen for the 40th anniversary. I don't know why. I just thought they would. But at the same time, I also kind of wasn't really sure. But I mean, like, let's just take a look at this thing, because oh my god, look, like, I'm speechless at how much work must have gone into the R&D for this figure. Now, I have the Scorched Xenomorph from Alien Romulus, also a phenomenal movie. I love that movie. And I also have the Big Chap on pre-order, and I also have a couple of Xenomorph Warrior aliens that we got pre-orders for a couple weeks ago when the Ripley figure came out. And I have Ripley coming. This, I don't even know. You know what I just noticed looking at this, actually? Here, wait, let's see if I can blow this up enough for you guys to be able to see it. If anyone noticed this. The Alien Queen is wearing heels. Look. The Alien Queen is slaying. See what I did there? Yeah, that's I never noticed that before. That's really funny. Anyway, I'm thrilled that they're doing this. This, of the pieces they announced last night and I guess overnight and into the early morning, this is the only one so far. I'd have to check again. This is the only one that Sideshow has. If you shop through Sideshow has it up for RSVP. So obviously I've RSVP'd for it, but it's not up for pre-order yet. And neither is the Punisher that we talked about in my last video or the Hulk that we talked about in my video before that. To my knowledge, neither of those are up for RSVP yet, but Alien Queen is. And yeah, like, look, so she has two interchangeable face parts. One is an articulated mouth, and one is an open mouth. And then she has the like, so one is the open and articulate, so you can open the mouth and pull the bitey tongue. I call it the bitey tongue, but you can pull that out. And it has the closed mouth up, like the one you see up at the top. So already they're doing a similar thing to what they did with the Scorched Xenomorph, because that's kind of how they did that. You can open the mouth, it's ratcheted, the jaw is ratcheted, so you can actually open it, and the mouth, the little mouth, inner mouth comes out. You can put it back, you can close the mouth again. And it has these on the sides there, here I can, right here, I don't know if you can see where I'm moving the mouse. That's like some sort of silicone rubbery like ligaments to call them ligaments, but they yeah, they stretch and then they go back. Oh my god, I can't wait. That's gonna look so good. She comes with an egg, obviously. Now I am aware by after having spoken to some other collectors, friends of mine, that the eggs are not the correct scale for this figure, or for Ripley, or for the other eggs we got with the other figures, even that they're too big. All I can say is that they might be right. I don't know. I can't say. I didn't study the scale of the eggs as compared to the human characters or the other aliens or the other xenomorphs. So I'm not really, I can't speak to that. They look great to me, and they're going to look great in my display. So I'm not really worried about it. I know it's a bit of a nitpick, but it's not something I really care about. I think they look good anyway, so I don't care. But yeah, look at this. This is just unreal. the posability that this thing is going to have because of all the arms, the tail, that tail, I can't wait to see what I can do with that tail. The jaw open, like, and I mean, they're not done. It's still the 40th anniversary. I know for a fact, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know for a fact, but I'm very confident that there's going to be another Aliens 40th anniversary announcement that's probably going to be made within the next day or two, which we will see shortly. But here you go. Here's a scale, so you're going to get an idea. So there it is with Ripley. There's one of the warrior aliens. And there's the alien queen, and there's the egg. And as you can see, yeah, the egg is very big compared to Ripley. But I don't care. I'm fine with it. I like the eggs. I don't really care. I still think Hot Toys should sell the eggs in sixes, little half dozens. They could sell them in like a cardboard carton. I think that's a $1 million idea right there, Hot Toys. Just telling you. But there's a little bit of a scale idea for you. But as you can see, so she comes with a bunch of different hands, but then again, she's got a bunch of different arms, so she's going to need a bunch of different hands. But the tail is going to be fully articulated. That is an incredibly intricate body sculpt. And then you have the egg and the base. The base isn't really much, but then again, I don't think you're going to use the base. Some people I know who won't use bases at all. 1/6 scale man doesn't use the bases at all, which I wish I could do that. But I think the bases, if you are building for me at least anyway, if you're building a specific display idea, the bases give it some added depth of the scene, right? So if you've got these things, it's like they're standing on outcroppings of ground and stuff on your shelf, and if you happen to know somebody with a 3D printer, and you can put up the walls, you know what I mean, from like Hadley's Hope, deep in the bowels of Hadley's Hope, where the aliens have already cocooned all the walls and they all look like, you get somebody to 3D print that and put that around the sides of your display case. That's gonna look so good. In fact, I'm planning on trying to do that. But yeah, here's the tail, like even the big spike at the end of it. Oh, God, that's so cool. Bendable wire. So that's going to be exactly the same thing as the Scorched Xenomorph, whose tail is fantastic. But like, look at her, just the size of her. Like, she's going to command presence in your display, which she should, because, you know, befitting royalty. But yeah, like, that's just incredible. I can't wait. And here's what I was talking about. Power loader. I knew it. And I was saying this, and those of you who've seen me on some shows, you might remember, I was saying this for a while about the power loader. I absolutely believed there was going to be a power loader announcement. They just hadn't done it yet. Just the fact that they gave us Ripley in that outfit, it just made sense. And I think they've done the power loader before years and years ago, but it may not have been them. It might have been a third party, but there is a power loader out there. But my friend Moz from Moz Toy Box, you guys might know him for his toy photography. He has that one, and he's going to be thrilled about this because the old one he's got is kind of falling apart, and it's also not the right scale, unfortunately. But this makes me happy because it justifies my decision to get 2 Ripleys. Why did I get 2 Ripleys? Well, one, I got the artisan version because just that mop of hair, I couldn't not get that. But I also got the sculpted version. And the reason that I did that was because it's the sculpted one that I'm going to put in the power loader. I don't know how the power loader is going to affect artisan hair, like rooted hair. I don't know if it's going to mash it anywhere, if it's going to damage it or anything else. I don't want to put it in a vehicle where it could potentially mess up the hair in some way that I don't like. So sculpted hair Ripley is going to go into the power loader. And I'm going to set myself up a little get away from her, you bitch scene. That's my plan. I'm going to have the queen and her facing off. I'm not going to have her holding the queen like this photo does. Not because it's not great, but it's just because I don't want to damage anything. I'd be afraid to do this. But a facing off kind of thing, I could do that. That would look great. But yeah, the power loader is coming. I don't know how much that's going to be, because I guarantee you a large percentage of this is probably going to be die cast. It's got to be. It's the only way. I think it's the only way they could make it, and that it would stand. But yeah, this is just such an announcement. This announcement to me is bigger than the Hulk for me. As much as I like that Hulk, I'm still not 100% that I'm getting the Hulk. I'm 100% that I'm getting this. 100%. And the power loader. Now, whatever we get for those, we've, again, like I said, the Queen is the only thing that they've put up for RSVP. They haven't announced a power loader yet. All this is just a tease. They haven't announced it. They're just showing us that they've got it. So when it does get announced, or it goes up, and then it goes up for an RSVP kind of a thing, I will RSVP that, because that is a definite coming home. Yeah, I'm thrilled that this is fine, that this is actually happening. My 80s nostalgia is near and dear to my heart. I can't tell you how important in my own mental well-being. I look back on those days and the movies that I got to experience at that age when I was a teenager, and it just always it centers me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I feel like it centers me. I think about that, it gives me a nice warm fuzzy feeling, centers me, and I can just get on with my day. And yeah, this is a big part of it. See, highly detailed, hyper-realistic sculpting and paint, which I would expect nothing less. But as I said, like, look at that. This is what I'm talking about. I think Hot Toys has all of their A team of artists and sculptors and painters working on these big deal pieces. That's what I think is happening, which could explain why some of the other recent announcements maybe are slightly lackluster. Joel, I'm looking at you. I think they've done Pedro Pascal's head sculpt so often they feel like any of us can do it now, so they don't worry about it. But yeah, the Alien Queen. The Alien Queen. This is the Queen. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah. I saw, like, all I can look, Hot Toys. This is happening. It's funny, I could sit here and I could wax poetic about it, but I'm not going to do that. But I am going to say this. Alien's 40th anniversary is definitely filling out to be quite a collection. And it's missing a couple, maybe, more things. Could really use a bishop. Could really use some space marines, some colonial marines. Just saying. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but it would be nice. I wouldn't say no. I'd be very, very happy. But yeah, this is coming. It's coming home. So yeah, Long live the Queen. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this episode. I appreciate you all. Again, please hit that like button. Please subscribe, and be around for when I announce other announcements that are coming out, and I'll do videos for those. I'll be doing a live stream. Probably, I think it won't be this weekend coming because I'm going to be away. But the following weekend, I think I'm going to try and get a live stream going, and I will. It'll be the live stream. We'll probably be talking about everything that came out of San Diego. That'd be my guess. But that would be the. What would that be? So we're back on the 28th. So it'll be the weekend of August 1st. So let's shoot for that. I will post a thumbnail up. I will send out the message when I know for sure, and I hope you guys can all join me. But until that day, I'm just gonna ruminate in the beauty that is this Alien Queen 6 scale figure, and I can't wait to see how much it's gonna cost, or that power loader. But you know, hey, what are you gonna do? At least I'm not on drugs. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one.